You're watching the Noble Farms YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and support the channel. Thanks for watching.
Hey boys, how's it going? Back again for another video, I guess, of shit that goes wrong on a farm. And this past week been nothing but a pain in the arse. I guess there's days like this where you feels like shooting yourself in the face with a load of your own shit. So yeah, to make a long story short, we had a shit ton of trouble with the tractor. Electrical trouble. So there you go. Enough to drive you insane. It's the first bit of trouble we've had with the tractor. But can't get any power to, or I couldn't get any power to the starter, and lost the air conditioning, and it's plus 28 degrees Celsius. So in the cab of that tractor is like a frying a egg in there. So we've been that pissed off, tearing the dash all apart, trying to figure out what's going on. I got power everywhere besides going to the small wire, going to the solenoid on that tractor. So, but I had to get, I put a jumper wire in to get power to get the starter going. Everything else seems to be working fine, but I guess now my air conditioning ain't working. So yeah, so it's off to the Kubota dealer and see if they can get it fixed. Been on the phone for 2 hours with the mechanic there, trying to diagnose what's going on. Not getting any, like I said, any power from, it's leaving the key, the ignition, but not getting to the solenoid on the starter. So there's a bunch of relays and all that old crap and wiring that they put in place nowadays, safety switches and all that stuff. Sometimes I think just to piss you off. The older equipment was a lot more simpler and a lot more efficient, a lot more farmer friendly and stuff like that. Nowadays it's just, I guess, a money grab, I guess. Flies are eating me still. We've been having that much rain here. It's just crazy. Can't get in the fields yet to cut hay. Hay is up past our waist high. But I had to get some of the farm equipment fixed up and running because haying season is just like right around the corner. So as soon as this weather clears up and just get a good dry spurt and dry up the fields, then we can get in there and start cutting. So anyway, I put a jumper wire in from the ignition to the starter to get some power to get the tractor going, because I needed to get that equipment into the shop and get it fixed up. I have an appointment for Kubota tomorrow. First thing tomorrow, tonight I'll load up the tractor, put it on the trailer and that, and get it up to the Kubota dealer in the morning. But yeah, it's been a nightmare to say the least. This week has been a week from hell here on the farm. So trying to get the wrapper, nothing wrong with it, just wanted to get it in, get it greased up, get everything checked out, and make sure we don't have any screw ups once the time comes to go wrapping hay. Just a little minor stuff on this one, just tighten the chain and just grease her up. But yeah, this is the tractor, well, the one we bought earlier this year. And now there's all kinds of electrical trouble. When I brought it home, there was electrical trouble with it. And I never bothered to contact Kubota because it was just a switch. Every time you turn on, there's a switch in the cab for a beacon light. We don't have a beacon light on it, but every time you turn on that switch, it would blow a fuse. So I never even bothered. I just taped the switch over, so just so that we didn't accidentally turn it on, and went on with that. Let it go to work with it like that. Never said anything. So I guess that's my fault. Should have went back to them and said that I wasn't satisfied. But anyway, they're great people. They've done great customer service for me in the past. So great people, and we know. So anyway, yeah. So I had to put a jumper wire in on the starter right here, just to get to that solenoid, just to send power so we can get this started, get it moving, and so on. So that's what we were in the process doing, is getting the farm equipment all ready. I had the baler in here, the baler over here now. We had the baler hooked to the tractor when it first happened, and we had it in here and hooked and running the baler, because I had to put a new scraper on the baler and so on. And shut it off. Tractor wouldn't start after. So we were a couple of days talking back and forth with the mechanics, and trying to bypass stuff, trying to see what the culprit was. Still couldn't find it. So I just decided, shag it. We'll just take it right into the dealer and get them to have a look at it. So hopefully it doesn't cost harm in a leg and 2 kidneys. But the price everything is today, probably going to cost a arm and a leg, 2 kidneys, 4 ribs, and a heart, with the price of everything. So I probably have to sell me kidneys on the black market to pay for it. But anyway, it is what it is, I guess. It's the whole part of farming, and we're going to stick to it one way or the other. Make or break. We're going all the way. So yeah, the Kubota is what we have here. You can see another Kubota tractor there. Another Kubota tractor right there. So yeah, we like Kubota. So, but anyway, this is minor, I guess. Can't say too much. We've had Kubota for a while, and this is the first time we've ever had an issue. So you can't expect to have equipment and not end up having wear and tear and problems with it down the road. So there's only like I think 1,200 hours on this, or 1,200 hours or something on this tractor. So it's not many hours. But anyway, it is what it is. We got to get her fixed. So tomorrow we're off to the Kubota dealer at Westlock and see if we can get this fixed up. So anyway, just figured I'd let you know what's on the go here on the farm this week. And it's always a learning experience, that's for sure. Never ending. With all the rain we've been having, the mosquitoes and black flies are just torturous, just eat you alive. As soon as you come out in the morning, you're putting fly spray on and trying to keep those buggers away the best you can. So, yeah. Better stick the camera up somewhere so it doesn't fall over. So yeah, we're just going to grease up some chains on this thing here. Took the plate off. We got the chains down here. We're going to grease up. I just tightened up the hydraulic motor. That's what tightens the chains. So there's not a lot on this thing that can go wrong. It's just a few bearings, 4 bearings in it here. It's got a shaft in the middle down there with the chains and stuff and cogs on it, and then you got a cog connecting chain on each side over on this side with chains and rollers. It's a pretty simple piece. Like I said, there's not a lot can go wrong with it. This is the one that we wrap all of our bales with. Last year we used the tube line from our neighbor. That was great. That was good to get to use something like that. Pretty happy with that. But yeah, this is just a single bale wrapper. It doesn't have the pickup on it for picking them up. You had to load it with another tractor. So, but it works for us. We take our time. We're not in no big panic. We don't have hundreds of acres of land to cut and get off the field. So But yeah, pretty simple rig, 3-pointed hitch, hook up, runs real nice. We've wrapped quite a few with this now, or quite a few for us. For some people, it's just a day's wrapping, but we probably wrapped 1,000 bales now with this thing. And we bought it used too as well. We didn't buy this brand new. We bought it off another guy. He bought it because his tube line wrapper broke, and the parts was 3 weeks away to get it fixed. And he had a crop on the field that he needed to get off and get wrapped. So he bought this thing and finished his hay. I think he did like 300 and something bales, and then he put it up for sale. And I seen it was practically brand new condition, and we picked it up from him. And very, very, very good deal. We only paid $4,200 for it. Right now, this thing is skyrocketed in price. That was before the whole shit show of all the scams with COVID and all that. So yeah, we're just going to do some grease into this, grease up the chains and stuff. So nothing too serious. And then outside on the other tractor, we have the Sickle that we cut our hay with. So that's what we cut our hay with here. And this thing is 4 or 5 years old. And boy, I tell you, it might be a Chinese made, but I tell you, it works good. Only problems we've had with this system is like our field is a bit rough and it says scatter rock there. We've hit rocks and we broke these guards here. These things. And usually what happens is they usually break off right here because 2 is one piece, right? So that's one piece. You can see the join right there and the join right there. So this would be one piece, so it would break off right here. This piece would stay and then it wouldn't cut anymore. But it's great because the guards actually moves too, along with the knife itself. So it's like a double action. You can literally fly in the field with this, and it cuts amazing fast. Very, very fast. We can't go fast enough in our field to go too fast. This won't cut. And this takes a tough beating in the field, I tell you. And man, I tell you, we haven't had any trouble at all. I picked this one up brand new. This thing brand new, we paid, I think it was $5,500 for it. Brand new. And we run it off this little tractor too as well. This is the little tractor we run it off. It's the 2501, and it runs perfect. It's fast enough. It does a great job. So we still cut hay here the old-fashioned way. And we've got the other sickle over here, the old timer. This one here is really old. This one has the wooden pitman arm and stuff on it. And we broke this one several times and welded it back together, and it's still going. But this one, yeah, this old piece here, she's an old girl, I tell you. And she used to have the piece on it, and you pull on the string, and it would lift this up and all that. Well, I took all that off and put an hydraulic arm and stuff all on it and all that. And you can see the wooden pitman arm down there. That's what drives the knife. But yeah, she's all greased up, ready to go. And this is the one we use on the bigger tractor. Not because it takes more power to run it. It's just Danielle likes to use this one. She's not too fond of the newer style. And mostly because this one is further, the older one is further back behind the tractor when it's hooked up. And when she turns, she can see it out on the side of her, right? When she's going, she can look back and she can see it. With the newer one, where it's so close to the tractor, back to the back of the bigger tractor, you can't see the top of the little windrow when it makes the windrow at the end of at the top of it here. You can't see it. It's closed in and under the tire, like, kind of. So she don't like using that one, the smaller one, so, or the newer one. So that's the one I use, and usually two of us will be cutting the same time when we're on the go. Starting to rain again. Never stops. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to work and start greasing this one up and get it running, spin it a few times, get some grease going, and get that chain all oiled up real nice. So what I'm going to do to grease this is, because you can't be around it when it's spinning in order to get the grease all around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to got the tube of grease and some old gloves, and I'm just going to pile the grease out in my hand and on the old gloves and just smear it onto the, see if I can get you over here. So I just got it in my hand here like this, and I'm just going to smear it onto the chain here in this place and that place. Back up there, just smear it in there. And see if that'll get on the chain there. Stay on the chain and get down into these blocks so that it just smears all the time in there. Pretty gross, but we'll see. We'll turn on the hydraulics, spin it again. See if I can take this glove off now without making a bloody mess. Okay, that's off. I'll turn on the hydraulics. See. Okay, there you go. See if I can smear some more on there. Just put it on like this time. It'll work its way into the chain anyway, so not worry too much. Just wanted to get it just totally covered. And that should be good. That'll work its way all around it. All around it. Oh yeah, that's going all too. So that should work. So now I've got some oil here. I'll the old oil squirter, and I'll just squirt some oil on this chain here. See it in there, so I'll just squirt some oil on here from what's visible. And that should do it. This side, some on this side. And this is the chain here that turns the roller so the bale turns the other way, so it wraps all sides. Just trying to get it all in here, all on here now. That should be good. Just let her drip so she's getting a good coat on it. There you go. But that's all. It's pretty much all to do on this thing. It's not much to do. This thing don't take a lot of work. But still, it's still maintenance you have to do with it, and just squirt a little bit on the bearings. These are probably sealed bearings, but anyway, it is what it is. There you go. We'll pull this one out and get it put over to the side too as well, like the baler and the other sickle. And we're greasing this, you know, throughout the day too when you're using it as well. Trying to keep everything as oiled up as we can. So these videos, guys, you're going to get the raw truth on what's happening, what we're doing. Covering nothing up, and it is what it is. Good days and bad days. This one here hasn't been a good day yet, so. But anyway, we don't let that get us down. If we did, we wouldn't be at none of this, so. Anyway, I've got the plate left to go back on here. I got up against the tire. I've got that plate to go back on and close this all up, and then we'll move it out. So we got this sickle all greased up, and I'll give you a close up on the knife on this and show you what's happening there. That both the guards and the knife is actually moving. So there's one grease nipple on this. Is a 4 design. Is a little back, a little too far, and you can't get at the grease nipple very well without a special hand on your grease gun. So, but I'll show you what it looks like. So as you can tell, both the knife and the guards are moving. So I'm going to put a little bit more oil on here, let it run for a little bit, and let that oil. This is just old used motor oil. That's all they're putting on here. How quiet that makes it. And in here on the back side here, I like to throw a little bit of oil in here too as well. No grease nickel on that in there. I don't know why, but you don't want to get your finger in there, I tell you. Yeah, just a little 7-foot cut. And works pretty good. Used to be a pipe coming up here on the, see where it broke off right there? So I just drill a hole, put a little stainless rod up there to help guide that long grass into the, so it all falls in. That way it gives you a nice clean area here of around a foot wide. Perfect for the feed to glide right in after. So now this one's not set right up yet for this tractor. We don't have it adjusted or anything like that. And I'm not going to because we may end up taking this off the tractor if lots of rain to come. So probably won't be doing any hay yet. But yeah, it's pretty simple system. Now, mind you, the actual guards and stuff like that ain't very cheap. For one section, one piece, I guess you call it, which is like 2 guards, that'll run you around $100 a piece. So, and the knife itself is not cheap either. So, I broke a knife on this 2 years ago, and broke the knife right off. And that wasn't very cheap. That was like almost $900 to buy the knife, one knife. So, but we put a new one on. That's the one that's on here now. This would be the 2nd year now, I think, for this knife. But the other one, I took it and got it welded and got another section put in it, and so it's good to go. I have it in the shop here. But yeah, that's the sickle mower. So it's the 210. So just like that, we're done with that one. There's nothing to replace on it. Nothing to replace on that for to fix anything. So she's just going to run just like that. Usually not much maintenance into it. So, but anyway, that's it for the equipment for getting it ready for the field. So I guess we're waiting now for the rain to give us some good weather in the forecast so we can start cutting. So follow along when you watch us cut some hay soon. So here we are back another day just after getting a real heavy shower of rain, thunder, lightning, the whole ordeal. It hasn't stopped really. It's been raining almost every day. So guess it's time we got some of the equipment fixed up and that's what we've been doing in the past little videos, is bringing some of the equipment in here and getting it fixed up for haying season whenever that time comes. But I just went in the backfield and picked up the hay rake. So this is an old side delivery hay rake we picked up. It's an International 35. This is an old timer, but still works, still does the trick. And what I'm doing today is I've got a bunch of these fingers, as you can see in here. Bunch of these fingers that are missing. There's one right there actually that I'm taking off there now. Just replacing some of the fingers on this. Originally, this one had a shaft that run from this U-joint, universal joint, over to the tire to propel boat tires. But this is a ground, a pull type one, so it just powers by turning the tires. This one here, as you can see, just powers off turning the tire. So that turns the shaft, turns in the gearbox, which makes this whole system turn this way. So it's constantly pushing hay out on this side here. So it works great, is pretty user friendly. It's not a lot of maintenance to it other than just a few bearings in the tires and that. And well, as you can see, all this is black here. That's just a leaky gearbox. So this oil seal right here is the one that's leaking. And we got one leaking up here too as well, right up here in by the wheel. But I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to give it another year before I start stripping that down. But all in all, it does a good job. This is your adjustments here, where you can tilt this whichever way you want. You can tilt down on this side, and you see the knuckle here, like how this works. So when that lengthens out, that lowers that down. And same thing over on that side. But yeah, it works pretty good. No issues. This will be the 5th year using this now. And just know, like, very minimal maintenance to it. As long as you got oil and everything's greased up all the time. Each one of these bearings in here, there's bearings in each one of these. Every so often, like 2-3 times a day, I grease these. Keep lots of grease into them. And you know, it runs pretty good. So for what we're doing, this works lovely. Will I ever get anything different? I'm quite sure I will. In the next couple of years, we were talking about getting a 12-wheel rake. So, but we'll see. As we grow, we pick up pieces of equipment and use it. So new to us. But yeah, I'm going to switch out some of these fingers here. And you know, these are not the original ones that comes off it. I just matched some up. The original ones, I think, only had the one
as you can see right here, had the one side to them, just bolt to the frame. The ones I'm replacing it with is like this one. This is probably one I replaced last year. It has the plates on both sides. I'll show you right here in this box. I've got a bunch of them. So just like that. And the bolt goes in between like you see right there, but that's one I had here just to match up when I went to the dealer. So yeah, that's all it is. That's just a rubber there, and it's not solid steel, so it's got some give to it, so it doesn't break off as easy. But yeah, we're gonna get those fingers put on here. Or I call them fingers. I don't know what they're called, tines or something, I guess. But I'm gonna get those put on and give it a good greasing and get it ready for the field. So that's all is left to them. They tear out in the rubber. And what happens sometimes is you be driving along and there'd be a hump or a rock or something in the field, and that tine to hit it and bend it beyond what it's meant to bend, and that's where you end up with a broken tine. So we're just slipping over the pipe and see if we can get this bolt back in it. Just like that. So there you go, new tine put in. So that's how that's pretty much how they go in. We got a few more here to do and have a look around, spin it, and just see what's missing. I don't think it's very many. I bought plenty to have as spares. Don't think there's very many gone. I think it's only 3 or 4. So that's all I see right there now. Because normally this would turn this way, right? Like this, and throw the hay out that side. But I'm just spinning it by hand here now, and you could tell like this whole thing, like it's old, but how well built the equipment and stuff was back in the day, because it's not like the garbage you're buying now, that's for sure. You can look at how many times this been used over the years, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, thousands of times probably. And there's not a sound in this when it's running. It's just so quiet, runs so smooth. As you can tell, I'm turning this air now, and there's literally not a sound or a scrape or a touch or metal on metal, nothing. Just perfectly designed. Unbelievable. So anyone that says technology wasn't much technology back in the day, I tell you, there was better technology back in the day than there is now. People are getting stupider. But this old farm equipment, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. It was made for the farmer. It was made to last, not to be buying every year like equipment is now. As you see in previous videos, we bought a new Kubota tractor less than a year. You can't fix it. You got to take it back to the garage to get stuff done with it because this is wrong and that's wrong with it. And it's just one thing after another. But this old equipment was user friendly. You could fix it yourself, could do your own maintenance on it, and it worked really well. It's sad when, I guess, I don't know the way everything is going, but it is what it is. I guess we haven't got much control over it. We don't make enough money to have any say, so you're just slaves to your own work, I guess. It's a hard time in life, that's for sure. But hang on to this old equipment as long as we can. And you can still buy these out. You know, you can still buy these. Lots of people have them for sale and stuff. I like them. I like using the old Sickle mower. Like I said, we're not big farmers, so if we were cutting, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres, you wouldn't be able to have this equipment. You'd have to have the newer technology and all that stuff, GPS and all that stuff. But we're not, and I'm not going to be. I just want a simple life, simple way of living, and produce your own food and feed your family and friends top quality food. And but yeah, it's sad the way life is going, but anyway, I better get back to trying to fix the rest of this and get this running. Before you know it, it'll dry up and it'll be haying time. So anyway, stick around and watch us switch out some of this stuff and grease it up and get it going.